Good evening, Tallahassee. I'm student meteorologist David Stoltz. Welcome to FSU Weather Friday. Look at this absolutely beautiful sunset here, setting there in the west over Doak Campbell Stadium. Look at those yellows and some golds, and there's probably some oranges that'll appear here in a little bit. Currently, temperature is 60 degrees under sunny skies with a north wind of 5 miles per hour. And the temperatures around the Big Bend area on the cool side, currently 54 in Thomasville and 60 degrees in Tallahassee. And those temperatures are going to continue to plummet as we go through the evening. And tonight on the radar, not much to talk about because there's no clouds in the area currently, and should stay that way through part of the weekend. Dew points are on the very low side, so it is very comfortable. No muggies out there tonight or today or for this weekend. Tonight, expect a low of 38 degrees under clear skies with calm winds. So what are we talking about tonight? FSU weather, gorgeous sunny Friday and Saturday ahead. Rain arrives on Sunday as we have another front come through, and highs next week will be in the 50s for the beginning of the week. Welcome to FSU Weather Friday edition.
Tallahassee. Today we had cooler weather as that cold front came through earlier this week, and we also had a tornado that managed to make its way through Tallahassee, bringing some damage to the airport and even flipping over a small aircraft. This week, the next 2 days will be a bit cooler as that cold front did pull in cooler temperatures into the area, with tonight looking at lows in the 30s. So if you are planning on going out, you may want to grab a sweater on your way out to keep yourself warm. We also have a cold front coming through on Sunday, so once again there will be rain and showers on Sunday to look out for, as well as cooler temperatures making its way into the week, making highs in the 50s once again this week. So overall, today has been a really nice day. The skies were clear. We had a high in the low 60s. So it was a really beautiful day, and that's expected to continue into tomorrow. We're going to look at all this and more with your weather now. So let's turn it over to Zach with your local forecast.
Yeah, thanks, Melissa. It has been a pretty nice day and a good end to a really exciting week here in Tallahassee in positive and negative ways. But let's stick with some positive stuff. We had a really nice sunset out there and a high of 62 degrees today, which is pretty seasonable, just a couple degrees cooler than our average. Our low, however, that was a little chilly. Now, I slept in through that, but if you had to wake up early this morning, you definitely had to put on that jacket. Record high was 81 degrees back in 1914, and 21 was our record low in 1928. Thankfully, we were nowhere near either of those. That absolutely beautiful sunset once again out here at Doak Campbell Stadium. I always say it's a beautiful evening over Doak Campbell Stadium, including tonight with those 60-degree temperatures and the sun. We just lost a little bit more of it as it slowly disappears. Satellite and radar. Precipitation pretty void at the moment. There's not even a cloud in the sky that's easy to be seen out there. Dowling Park, Valdosta, Thomasville. It is a beautiful evening. Right now, 60 in Tally, of course. A little bit cooler inland at Thomasville at 54, 57 in Quincy, and 55 up at Bainbridge. And the dew points right now, really dry. If you're inland right now, we're in the low to mid 30s, and Tallahassee, 29 degrees is your dew point, so it is feeling really dry out there. Apalachicola and Perry, of course, down there along the coast, it's a little more moist. Next 24 hours or so, we're really going to start to see some higher clouds come in, but nothing really in the way of precipitation. So overall, not too bad of a forecast. Looking at tonight, 51 degrees and 56 down in St. Mark's, 50 in Monticello, and 48 in Valdosta. You're a little chillier there, farther away from the coast. The day ahead as we're getting into the day tomorrow, noon 58 degrees, warming up to the mid-60s tomorrow afternoon, so not too bad, and 60 by tomorrow at 6 p.m. with just some of those higher clouds in the area. Tonight in Tally, still have that full wolf moon out there, so please get a chance to go outside and see that while we have the clouds away. 38 degrees with those clear skies and calm winds. All around the Big Bend right now, or tonight, 37 in Thomasville and Valdosta, 44 down there in St. Mark's, and Carabel, 47. You're going to be our warmest spot this evening. The marine forecast looking, if you are heading to the water tomorrow, 58 degrees. The winds are going to be out of the northeast, keeping things chilly at 5 knots. Seas 1 feet or less, pretty flat out there, and the sunny skies will continue. The week ahead looking pretty nice, 63 on Saturday and 70 on Sunday. Unfortunately, we do have those chance of showers continuing. Monday through Thursday of next week, we are starting to warm up once again, but if you see Friday, we do have those rain chances returning with 60% chance of rain or so. That's ahead of our next front. So we are kind of in that period of the year. Thankfully, things will be pretty nice for Groundhog Day at 55 degrees with that sun. But, you know, in between fronts, expect the sun. However, chances of rain on Sunday and for the end of your next week. Robert is going to bring us off now, take us a zoom out to the southeast.
Right, thank you, Zach. You can see a really nice week there, as Zach described for us, and a really nice day for us here in the southeast. This high pressure is really suppressing any sort of rain or even cloud activity here in Florida, and just a lot of sun for us all the way from New Orleans to Tallahassee. So just a really nice day for you guys here also in North Carolina and Raleigh. Maybe just a few high clouds for you guys there, but again, not a lot of storms for us. So just really enjoy this nice day we have out here. It's in the 60s, it's in the 50s. Just, you know, kind of take a walk with your dog, as we like to say here. And we also like to see Montgomery. You guys have a few high clouds too. More off towards Arkansas and Alexandria, you can see off towards I-20. But of course, these are going to start to move in over the next few days. No rain really associated with this yet, particularly because of that high pressure, of course, in Alabama. These temperatures are looking fairly nice for us right now. You can see 50s in Little Rock, 58 in New Orleans, nice 50s across the I-20 corridor. As we're going towards Florida, you can see it warms up just a little bit as we get down to Tampa at 63, 68 in Miami, nice here in Jacksonville, also 50. So really nice day for us all across the southeast, and a really nice night that we're going to see here too. These dry conditions are very integral to our conditions right now, as I appreciate dry conditions. Not all of us do, but I do. You can see very nice 20s in Tallahassee, 41 in New Orleans, 20 in Atlanta. Like, look at how low these are. However, of course, our wet spot here in South Florida with 51 in Miami, though saying 51 was wet, it's a little bit of a misnomer because that's still fairly dry for Miami. Moisture forecast, we're talking about how dry it is, so you're going to want to see when does it get wet again. Well, seeing this little area right here starting to move east with this front that we're getting, it's going to get a little bit wetter, but not too wet. As you can see, not getting up into those reds and yellows, still going to be sort of degrees of dry here that we're going to see over the next few days. Looking at our futurecast, you can really see nice and dry conditions over us on Friday, but Saturday we're watching you guys in Little Rock and Shreveport, maybe for a shower or storm or two. Might make its way over to Jackson and New Orleans if we're looking into Saturday night and evening. So it's going to be very important to watch as we go into tomorrow. Tonight, however, nice and cool conditions for most of us, depending on where you are. New Orleans International, 48. As we're going up towards Atlanta, it's a little bit on the cooler side. You can see 30 degrees, a little below freezing. So you might need to take your plants and pets and people and all those things indoors just to make sure that, you know, don't get that freeze for you guys. 34 in Tallahassee, 60 at Miami International. So, of course, they're going to be a little bit on the warmer side compared to us. Looking at tomorrow, we're going to have, again, a really nice day for us here. You can see 58 in Little Rock, 72 in New Orleans, 65 in Tallahassee. Of course, Florida's got to be our warm spot here, 74 at Miami and Key West. Looking towards the north side, the southeast, you can see 53 in Atlanta and 54 in Charleston. So again, we've got these really nice days here ahead of us, really nice and dry conditions, though we do have that rain potentially coming up that we're going to talk about later in our newscast. But right now I'm going to send things off to David for a look at our Florida conditions.
Thank you, Robert. Yes, the Sunshine State has been living up to its name today with plenty of sunshine. Here's a look at Panama City Beach, and you see the sun setting over here out over the west, over the just absolutely. We've got some oranges and reds and yellows, man. These colors are really starting to flare up as that sun gets closer to the horizon, where that light has to travel through more of the atmosphere, so more light is scattered and you have different colors as the sun gets closer to the horizon. Currently, temperatures around Florida are on the cool side, mild, very beautiful. 60 here in Tallahassee. As you move down to Tampa, 63. And down here in Miami, 68 degrees. A little bit of cloud cover, but it's no rain to be seen, and I'll show you that on the radar shortly. In the Muggy meter, the dew points are higher in South Florida, but it's not to the point where we have Mr. Muggy frowning. He's actually still smiling. So whole state of Florida is under absolutely comfortable conditions currently. And there are some clouds out here over the Gulf Stream that have formed, but nothing to be seen over the peninsula. And that's because we're under high pressure and we have sinking air, so it suppresses any kind of cloud formation or any kind of precipitation chances. And up here in Jacksonville and north of Orlando, absolutely clear. And clear here in the Panhandle. Look at that, beautiful. It's going to be like that for the next few days until we get to Sunday, where we'll have another front come in. But tomorrow's forecast, another absolutely beautiful forecast. 65 in Tallahassee, 64 in Jacksonville. And it gets a little bit warmer as you get down to Fort Myers with 77. This is absolutely beautiful winter weather. If you want to get away from the northeast where it's cold and snowy, come down to Florida. You can see the high pressure on over Florida, but eventually this cold front, along with the system, is going to push that high pressure out, and we'll have some more rain for Sunday and then cooler temperatures into next week. But Miami, the next 3 days, you expect 74, 78, and 76. Absolutely beautiful, and those rain chances do go up as you get into Monday when they will receive that cold front that comes through here. In the boat and beach forecast, you expect 73 degrees with east winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. So it might be a little rough out there on the water down in Miami. In Tampa, you expect 74 degrees for high, and temperatures will eventually retreat to the low 60s as you get to Monday. And we're going to take a look at Jacksonville, 64 for Saturday, and it gets up to 76 on Sunday. Absolutely warm temperature, but guess what? Thermometer drops again, and it's down to 54 on Monday. And so now I'm going to hand things off to Melissa, and she's going to have a look at the local forecast. So what's going on with our local weather, Melissa?
Thank you, David. So today was a lot cooler than it's been in the past week, as that cold front did wake its way through over this last week. So you can see that it's currently 60 degrees right now, and the sun is setting over Doak Campbell Stadium, as you can see with that colorful sky, those greens and oranges and yellows going down with the sun. So overall, it was a really nice day in the Tallahassee area. Our almanac today, 62 was our high and 31 was our low, so it was a bit lower than our average for the year. As our satellite shows, it is very clear skies, as that cold front took all that moisture away, all that cloud cover, and really clear, beautiful day in the Tallahassee area for people to go out and enjoy. For our hour by hour, you can see those temperatures did come up slightly during the day at 61 degrees as you came through the day, but overall it stayed pretty low from that cold front that did manage to make its way through on Wednesday. For Friday, you can see Tallahassee is at 60, and up in northern Georgia is 54, 52 in Valdosta, and it cooled off because of that cold front that came through, but overall it's going to be a very clear night with cooler temperatures to look out for. As for humidity, it was a lot lower today, so really dry air compared to what it has been. Really nice, comfortable conditions during the day and continuing into tomorrow as that cold front continues to provide cooler temperatures until Sunday, when that next cold front manages to come through the area. Wind speed, you can see that Tallahassee does have a slight breeze coming through right now at 5 miles per hour. Up in Georgia is a bit lower at 0 miles an hour and 3 in Donnellsville. So overall, not too much of a wind coming through right now. Pretty calm air right now. Over the next 24 hours, not much is expected to change. That cold front is going to continue to leave clear skies and no precipitation coming into the area over the next 24 hours until Sunday, when we look at that next cold front coming through. As you can see, some cloud cover will come through as that cold front makes its way towards Florida. For the next 3 days, you can see that there is going to be some rain with 1 to 1.5 inches in Tallahassee, a bit less up in Tennessee and Georgia. So overall, there will be some rainfall over the next few days. For tonight, low of 38 and clear skies and a calm wind. So if you are planning on going out tonight, you may want to bring a sweater if you're going to be outside, because it will be a bit cooler today. Looking at our marine forecast, it's 58 degrees with a 5-knot wind and 1 foot or less out in the seas. So overall, it's actually a pretty nice day to go out and enjoy the beach. It just could be a little bit on the cool side. Looking at the week ahead, you can see that the temperature is currently 63 degrees for Saturday, And that cold front will be making its way through on Sunday, so temperatures will drop back down into highs of 50s. Let's turn it over to Robert at the desk.
Yep, thank you. We have quite a weather situation, however, going on in the northeast. You can see that obviously down here we're not getting anything close to winter weather, but in the northeast they have a little bit of what we like to call a northeaster. You know, what would you call it? We have it affecting areas on the northeast corridor, areas like Washington, Baltimore, New York City, Philadelphia, and Boston. These areas are looking at potentially maybe a significant amount of snow going into the next few days. So essentially we have just kind of a classic setup. You have a low kind of forming over the Carolinas that's expected to make its way towards the northeast corridor. We also have that low that was in California that, of course, as we mentioned, dumped around 5 feet. Yes, I said that right. 5 feet of snow over Lake Tahoe. It's sort of weakening just a little bit as it moves towards the east, but it will sort of increase the system and sort of strengthen the system as a whole as it makes its way towards the northeast. So these lows are going to make their way towards the northeast, as I said. And depending on how east the storm tracks, we're going to see quite a big gradient in snowfall here. We're going to see potentially, if it tracks more towards the west, we could see more of just a minor snow event across areas like DC, Philadelphia, New York City, and the more heavier snow off to the north and east. But, and here's the big but, there's a lot of uncertainty with this forecast, and if it tracks more east, we could see a very significant snow event for the I-95 corridor. So you guys are going to need to watch the system as it develops into Saturday for areas like Chicago, and then more into like Monday and Tuesday for areas along the I-95 corridor. So as you can see, there's not a lot of snow up on the radar right now, but the system will increase in intensity over the next few days. We're watching it right now, and we will continue to keep you updated as to the snowfall estimates here. Again, there's a lot of uncertainty with this system. And also another big factor here is going to be upper level temperatures. As you know, the warming column there, it's going to have to be super cold for snow. So if it's not cold enough, we're going to see a little more of a mix there. So you've got this really big multiple variables here, multiple factors, and it's really going to depend on a lot of what happens here over the next few days with this system. As weather is, of course, very unpredictable, we'll be here for you guys as we are watching this system. But of course, make sure you keep your friends and family over the northeast informed as to what the potential is here for potentially a major snowfall event. But we're kind of looking at here for maybe a few inches to even a lot more. So we're going to continue watching this system here, and we're going to pass things off now to Zach on the wall.
Yeah, thanks, Robert. Let's take a quick look now at the drought monitor out west, because we have talked a little bit about the snow, and we've seen there's been a lot of rain, especially over here west of Vegas in California, parts of the the Rocky Mountain, not the Rocky Mountains, the mountains there east of Vegas or west of Vegas. What we're seeing, though, is exceptional drought and extreme drought. So that means this, while there are mudslides and while it's always bad to get too much rain at one time, precipitation in this area is definitely welcome overall. We're really short just on it in general. We have the stationary front kind of here in the middle of the country. It's really dividing cooler air up here in Canada, in some cases frigid Arctic air north of Winnipeg. I was looking earlier today, we have temperatures close to negative 20 degrees. I mean, just insane. And in Dallas, parts of Texas where air is more mild, we also have that trifecta low we were talking about yesterday starting to formalize itself there. Here in the east, of course, we do have snow showers there and the high pressure kind of dominating things. Upper level water vapor is going to show a big kick of moisture starting to come into the plains right now, and that is going to bring our next system into motion. Right now, satellite and radar across the northwest, general cloudy conditions. We do have snow, of course, in the higher elevations as we go over towards Billings. We do have those scattered rain and snow showers down towards Salt Lake City as well, seeing some of those rain showers in the lower elevations and, of course, in the Rockies. It's really hard to judge a radar, in these high elevations. The radar beam can't really shoot over top of the mountains, so there's a lot of snow that's being missed right here. But just know that there is heavy snow generally in the area. Right now, all across the northeast as well, a little ocean effect snow there for the Cape, and we have lake effect snow if we look over here towards Buffalo and Toronto. Really chilly conditions, that high pressure, keeping that flow off of the lakes, and the snow machine is just cranking. Right now, across the plains, you can also see where we saw in the water vapor, that big kick of moisture, still clouds around Omaha, Minneapolis, down towards Wichita. The clouds are continuing. Feeling like temperatures right now, well, there's Minneapolis, there's Bismarck, the two places you'd expect it to be cold, and it's cold. Dallas-Fort Worth 58, San Antonio 68. So that front pretty well defined there, the two air masses. Here looking to the east, 55 both in New Orleans and Talley, and of course warm in Miami at 68. Future radar is going to show we're continuing to see that moisture start to really develop here into the central part of the country. So those massive clouds are really going to develop into a deeper low pressure system, and eventually going to bring a front that does come into Tallahassee into the part of next week. Tonight's forecast, cold generally in the north, the northeast, pretty chilly tonight. Detroit, you're at 15 degrees. Boston, you're at 10 and 24 in D.C. Here locally, 34 in Tallahassee, but if we go off to the west, this warmer air will eventually be coming towards our region as well. So a little bit of good news there. Tomorrow's forecast, more of the same. The front is still kind of stalled out there. If you notice, it is a stationary front. It's not moving too awful much right now. Chilly up here to the north with 30s generally, and 70s here as we get into Texas. 65, though, in Tallahassee. So looking like a much, much warmer day tomorrow. The storm outlook, not really showing too much, but maybe a little bit where that low is deepening. Now we are going to take a look at our weekend forecast, David.
Thank you, Zach. Yeah, I'm glad we're not up north because it is just really bitterly cold up there. So we're going to take a look and see what the weekend's going to be like here in Tallahassee with our lifestyle forecast and what you can expect tonight if you're going out to a dinner. If you have a dinner day, temperatures are not going to be 83 degrees. It's going to start off to 60 degrees probably at 6 o'clock, but that temperature is going to decrease as you go through time, and you'll need a jacket tonight because it will be on the cool side. If you're going to do some stargazing, it's going to be absolutely clear night. It'd be beautiful to actually to do this, and so our sun has set at 6:11. We have a 99% full waning gibbous moon, so the conditions tonight are absolutely awesome. We want to get that telescope out and do some stargazing. And water vapor, can't see very much water vapor around because we are dry and high and dry right now, and those dew points are on the very low side. So it's very comfortable out there. Our dog walk forecast tomorrow morning, if you can get up early, you will need a jacket, definitely probably a sweatshirt and a jacket. It's going to be cool at 36 degrees, but that temperature will ramp up to 55 by 11 o'clock under sunny skies. And Saturday's forecast, 52 degrees, and it's going to be probably mostly sunny tomorrow, so it's just going to be another beautiful day here in Tallyland. And on Sunday, unfortunately, the sun is going to be hiding behind the clouds as we will have another front come through and give us rain, and the temperature will be about 66 degrees. And looking at the 3-day weekend forecast, 63 on Saturday, lots of sun. On 70 degrees, the temperature will ramp up, but we have clouds around and showers and storms. And once that front passes through, temperatures will return to 54 degrees, and we'll have lows again in the 40s and 30s. So that's your weekend forecast. I'm going to hand things now off to Melissa. I'm going to take one more look at our local forecast.
Thank you, David. So you can see that for Georgia Tech tomorrow for the game, you can see it's going to be 52 at 4, 51 at halftime, and 50 when you're heading home. So if you're over at that game, be aware that it is a little bit on the cooler side, but overall a pretty nice day. FSU in Miami, you can see 60 degrees and cloudy, and 58 cool at halftime, and 55 heading home for the next day. Now for our boat and beach forecast, you can see it's 73 degrees and east 10 to 20 mile an hour wind. So overall, it's a bit of a wind going through, but overall some nice conditions for the day. Now back to our local weather. You can see it's currently 60 degrees and sunny with a north 5 mile an hour wind coming through the area. So overall, it's a really nice night. You can see that beautiful sunset coming through over Doak Campbell Stadium. The sky turning a light pink color as that sun continues to fade past the horizon line. As for temperatures, Tallahassee is currently 60 degrees. Up in Bainbridge, it's 52. Valdosta is 52 as well. So overall, some cool conditions tonight brought in by that cold front that came through on Wednesday. Satellite shows no rain or cloud cover coming through right now, as that cold front pushed all that moisture and cloud cover out of the way, making it a really beautiful day today and tomorrow until that next cold front makes its way into the area. For the satellite, you can see over by Jacksonville Moore, it is continuing to be clear from that cold front as well. So overall, there's no cloud cover, no rainfall, Really nice day to go out, enjoy the day, and have a nice day outside with your family, friends, and enjoy the day as those conditions continue. As for dew points, really, really low dew points right now, also from that cold front that came through. 32 in Thomasville and 29 in Tallahassee, so really dry air at the moment from that cold front that came through until the next rainfall comes through on Sunday. For the next 24 hours, that you can see those clear skies are going to continue into the next 24 hours, making it a really nice weekend to go out and enjoy the weather over the next 24 hours until that cold front again comes through on Sunday. As you can see, those clouds are moving through as that cold front makes its approach to the Tallahassee area. For the next 3 days, there will be some rainfall with 1 to 1.5 inches in Tallahassee, a bit less up in Tennessee and Georgia and Alabama, with less than an inch in most areas. As for tonight, it's going to be 38 degrees and clear, so you can see that you might want to grab a sweater if you're planning on going out tonight. The wind is expected to be calm, so overall a nice night. You just might want to be aware of cooler temperatures. Tonight, 51 in Tallahassee, 50 in Monticello, so some cooler temperatures coming through from that cold front that made its way through the area, and that will continue to rise until the next cold front comes through on Sunday. 12 p.m. tomorrow, it'll be 58. The temperatures will come up to 60. And for our marine forecast, you can see that it's going to be 58 degrees and a northeast wind coming through with very, very low seas. So overall, a nice condition if you plan to go out to the beach. Just might be a little bit on the cooler side. So you might not want to go swimming in the seas because you might get a bit chilly. As for the week ahead, it's 63 for Saturday, 70 on Sunday, but that cold front will be making its way through, so the temperatures will be dropping back down, 54 and 55 on Tuesday. So overall, it's going to be some nice conditions until that cold front comes through, dropping those temperatures back down. Over to you, Zach.
Yes, thanks, Melissa. We appreciate you tuning in to FSU Weather tonight and really all of this week. It's been a very exciting and crazy week just here in Tallahassee and the whole Big Bend area. We're really getting into that time of the year. We're going to have to start looking at more of the severe weather side of things. We've got these cold fronts starting to come through the next couple of months. So it's exciting for us meteorologists, and it's really scary for all of you at home. So we do recognize and acknowledge that. Keep it tuned right here to FSU Weather. We're going to make sure to do our best to keep you on top of the storm and everything that's happening. This weekend, though, should be pretty nice. We're not expecting anything in the way of the severe weather with this next cold front. We do have rain going to start coming in on Sunday. We have that 80% chance of rain. More likely than not, we're going to see something. But temperatures do warm up, 70 degrees or so. Then we have another nice dry patch as the next front approaches, as we get Monday into next Thursday. Temperatures warming up once again to, a little bit warmer than average, and then Friday again to end the week. I could be sitting here next week telling you what a very rainy day it was. So absolutely possible. Be sure, though, to follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/FSU Weather, and like us on Facebook, facebook.com, once again, at FSU Weather. And watch us live on YouTube. If you're not doing so now, please go and do so in the future. That's where you'll find us live. And send us those weather pictures on Instagram at FSU Weather. You can be featured right here on the show every night. Send us something interesting and exciting happening in your neck of the woods. Well, from all of us here at FSU Weather, we appreciate you tuning in and staying with us this week. Have a great night. Have a great weekend.